more white man lies.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benson.
No, this is DJ Wiggle. Mr. Benson is out. This is DJ Wiggle Ziegel, the next announcer.
Okay, DJ Wiggles.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, with pleasure. You live from HOTT FM 107.9. So, Bishop, will you go ahead and introduce yourself, then you commence the program?
Okay. When? Let me know when.
No, you on live.
Oh.
Yeah, you live now.
Oh, okay. I'm Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. My website is www.israelunite.org. We teach that Jesus Christ is a black man who died for the nation of Israel. The true nation of Israel are a black people that went into slavery from 1492 on up, including the blacks of Liberia, make up part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. This is why throughout history you will have a false group of people claiming to be Jews, but they offer no biblical proof that they are the Jews of the Bible. They just say they are, and the whole world believes them. But no one ever challenges that statement that they are the Jews of the Bible. The word Jew is an abbreviated word for Judah. Judah is one of the 12 tribes. When you ask the so-called white man who claims to be a Jew, where are the other 11 tribes? They say they don't know who they are. When you ask them to prove that they are Jews, they cannot prove something. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening to you. Go ahead. I'm listening, sir.
Okay. According to the Bible, as I said earlier, Jesus Christ is a black man. He died for the sins of the nation of Israel, which you and I make up a part of the 12 tribes of Israel. The true Jews, according to the Bible, are black. Jesus Christ is black. God himself is a black man with woolly hair, according to the Bible. The white image that is plastered throughout the world, throughout Ghana, West Africa, Liberia, North America, Central and South America, the white image of Jesus is the image of the beast. The book of Revelation prophesies that people would worship to their damnation. That is what the white image of Jesus is, the image of the beast. It is a curse unto our people. It was taught to us during chattel slavery, and we have held on to it to our detriment. Okay? So, if I may, I'll go to the book of Revelation to prove my statement that Jesus Christ is a black man. Okay, I'll go to Revelation chapter 1. It reads, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm enjoying the conversation, you know. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Okay. When you jump down to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14, Jesus Christ tells John, in what you see, write in a book. The book I'm reading from is the Bible. So verse 14 gives his description. It says, his head and his hairs were white like wool. So the operative word you want is white woolly hair. His hair was wool texture, like your hair and my hair. Then it says, as white as snow, and his eyes as a flame of fire. When the Bible says that Christ's eyes were as a flame of fire, it means that his eyes would be red with wine, according to Genesis 49, verse 12. Moses prophesied the coming Messiah would drink wine, and his eyes would be red like fire. So now, Verse 15, watch this, listen good. And his feet like unto fine brass. Brass is a derivative of brown, as if they burned in a furnace. So now, John is telling you that Jesus Christ's feet look like brass, as if it was burned. Operative word, burned in a furnace. You and I know that if you burn anything in a furnace, if you burn white rice in a furnace, it will get black, okay? So Jesus Christ is described in the Bible as a black man with woolly hair. So you mean that these biblical scholars never read this in the Bible? They've read it. They have hated it, and they have put up propaganda against the biblical description. Now, is that the only place that I could read the description of Jesus Christ? No, it's not. You go to the book of Daniel now. Daniel chapter 10, verse 5 and 6. The prophet Daniel saw a vision of Jesus Christ. Watch this. It says, verse 6, his body also was like the beryl. The word beryl means green, so he had a green garment on, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, which goes back to Genesis 49, verse 12. His eyes will be red with wine. Watch this. And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. Polished brass means brass burned in a furnace, brass burned in a fire. So now the Bible tells you the arms and feet of the Messiah would look like brass burned in a furnace. You mean these Bible scholars never read this? Oh yes, DJ Wiggles, they've read it. They have hated the biblical description. They have despised it and have given us false image. Their false image. Okay, that's what they did to us in slavery. Now, the people of Liberia, right? Liberia was colonized around what year? 1822 was the first shipment of slaves that went back to that was settled in Liberia. Okay, not being recognized by the United States until 1862 when the Civil War broke out. So now, the people of Liberia are a black people. They are the Israelites, according to the Holy Bible. I can prove to you, according to the Bible, what happened to the real biblical Israelites. Now, we're going to go to Luke chapter 21. Watch this. Watch this. You know what? DJ Wiggles, you know what? Somebody might say, somebody might say the color of Jesus is not important, right? Did you think that thought?
Not really, because what all you saying here is my first time listening to it, so I'm taking down note that these are things I'm going to tell my friends and also give them the Bible version you are giving. So it's really interesting because it's my first time hearing it. And then I feel so impressed, and I know the listening audience as well. This is our first time hearing this other part, so I'm taking down note as well. So I'm going to pass the message on to my friends.
Oh, good. See, I knew I liked you in the spirit. Now, people may say, Christians will often say, once they're proven that Jesus Christ is not white, the next statement that comes out of many Christians' mouth is, it doesn't matter now. Yeah. It always mattered when he was white, but now that he's black, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to show you it does matter. Matthew 24, verse 5, this is what Jesus Christ said. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. That happened from the time of Renaissance, DJ Wiggles. When the white man began to conquer the nations, he taught that he was Jesus. He gave us images of himself as Jesus. And they beat us into submission to accept that. So I'm going to read it again. Matthew 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. In order for you and I not to be deceived, DJ Wiggles, we must know the truth. The truth says in Revelation 1:14, 15, Daniel 10:5 and 6, that Jesus had white wool hair and his skin, his arms and his feet, as if they burned in a furnace. So in order to know that you've been deceived, you must first know the truth. Hence, you and I are now learning the biblical description of Jesus as a man, a black man with wool textured hair. Not straight hair, not yellow hair, not blue eyes, and I made a statement earlier about the people of Liberia.
Yeah.
I said that the people of Liberia are Israelites, according to the Bible, and I'm going to prove it. Your nationality of Liberia was given to you in the year 1822. Just like my nationality as an African American was given back in the 1865, okay, and up. Every 10 years over here in America, our nationality changes. So now, what happened to the real Israelites? Let's start with Jesus Christ in Luke 21, verse 24. Watch what he says, what happened to the Israelites. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive, the word captive means slavery, into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So Jesus Christ gave us a few things here, Mr. DJ Wiggles. Okay. He said the true Israelites would be led away captive into all nations. We were led away slaves in Liberia. We were led away slaves in Sierra Leone, Ghana. We were led away in America, Central South America, Brazil. You understand?
Yeah.
So now, then he says, and Jerusalem would be trodden down by the Gentiles. So the people in Jerusalem today, DJ Wiggles, is the white man. They are the Gentiles. Okay? Yeah. So now somebody may say, but wait a minute. I watch on TV, they say that they are the Jews. I watch listen to the radio, they say that they are the Jews. Let's get some more to what Jesus says. Watch this. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. He's going to address you and I, and then tell us who the white man in Israel is today. Watch this. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Wow. You know, I've been to church. I was going to church for 20-something years, and the preacher never showed us this. He would never show it. The few scriptures I gave you tonight has never been taught in the Christian churches to this very day. Because the Christian churches are obligated and commanded not to teach the basic few scriptures that I just shared with you. Okay? They are under contract not to do so. So now, let's get back to the people of Liberia. What happened to the people of Liberia is the same history of us that happened in North America. Watch this. I'm going to prove that you're Israelites. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Let me sum it up for you. We have the 12 tribes of Israel have just made their exodus from Egypt. While in Egypt, which is in Africa, we were slaves under the Egyptian Empire, under Ramses and his previous predecessors. Now, we got liberated, we got set free. God tells Moses, warn the Israelites about a coming prophecy if they break my laws. So I'm going to start reading in verse 15. Listen good.
All right.
This is Moses. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, then all these curses will come upon thee and overtake thee. Now I'm going to read a few curses, just for time's sake. Verse 32, I'm jumping down, verse 32. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hands. Were our sons and daughters taken from us and given to another race of people? Yes. This is our history. You understand, DJ?
Sure.
Yes. Verse 48. I'm jumping down to verse 48. It reads, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he hath destroyed thee. When we were slaves in America, Brazil, so forth and so on, did our ancestors have yokes of iron upon their necks? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
DJ.
Yeah.
Our ancestors on their necks in slavery.
100%.
100%. Very good. Now, watch this. But I'm jumping down to verse 68, the last verse. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. The word Egypt is a Greek word that means house of bondage. You heard what I said, DJ?
House of bondage.
Okay, house of bondage. Now I'm going to read it again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. How did we go into bondage in North America, DJ?
Say?
How did we go into slavery? What means of transportation? How did we get to the Americas?
I'm telling you.
On what? Did we take a plane or did we walk? Did we take a boat? What happened?
I guess we walk.
No. Remember, they took us from Africa to America.
Oh,
how did we get?
Okay, then I think we were transported there by boat or ship.
Very good. So let me read this again, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, meaning bondage or slavery, again with ships.
Okay.
But you heard that? With ships, DJ. It said with ships.
Yeah.
Now watch this. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, once you got off the slave ships, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. So DJ, when we got off the slave ships, were we sold to our enemies?
When we got off the slave ship?
Yes, when we got off the slave ships, were we sold over here to our enemies?
That's a question. Yes, I believe because the black was sold to the white.
Yes, very good, very good. See, all you need is a basic understanding. So when Moses prophesied, DJ, this was written 3,000 years ago. It happened to us in 1619 and up. Okay? So now, in 1822, America said, well, let's send 3,000 blacks to Liberia. Hence you are today. That's what happened. You understand that history, right?
Yeah.
So, what have I proven so far? That the Israelites, they would go into slavery on ships, they would have yokes of iron on their necks, their sons and daughters would be given to another people. This never happened to the white man, DJ, that calls himself a Jew in Israel.
Sure.
You can challenge any of them. Did it happen to them, DJ? I'll ask you. Did this happen to them?
No.
No, it did not. Proving that they are not the Jews that the Bible speaks of. That you and I are the descendants of the true Jews, the Israelites, according to the Bible. That's what I've just proven in 5 minutes. Proving again, our black Christians, we have not learned the Bible with understanding. You understand that?
Yeah.
That there's a big conspiracy to keep our true identity secret from us, DJ. That we are God's chosen people. We are the holy anointed people that went into slavery for breaking God's laws. You heard what I said, DJ?
Yeah.
So you mean all these Bible schools, and none of them read this basic stuff that I'm reading? They've read it, DJ. They've been paid not to teach it. You understand what I'm saying? There's the greatest conspiracy against our people. Our people in Liberia, our people in Ghana, our people in America, our people in Brazil. We've been scattered on slave ships. We've been destroyed mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Falling under false nationalities. You call yourselves Liberians. We call ourselves over here African Americans. You have another group of us calling themselves Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Haitians. We are all one race of people who went into slavery, DJ. We are the biblical Israelites. Yes, go ahead.
100%. I agree with you, Bishop.
All praises. So this gospel, DJ, must be taught. Now, I want to share with you some basic more proof with Adam. Because people say, oh, nobody knows how Adam looked. Yes, they do. The Bible describes the color of Adam in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. It reads, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. I don't know about Liberia, DJ, but from what I know, the ground is different shades shades of brown. Is that right or wrong?
Right.
So Adam could never have been a white man. Never, ever, ever. Let's get some more.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Job?
Prophet Job?
Job, J-O-B. Have you heard of him?
Oh, J-O-B, yeah. The faithful prophet.
He was one of the ancestors. Now watch this in the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. This is what he says about himself. My skin is black upon me. Did you hear what I just read?
Yeah, my skin is
My
black.
skin is black upon me.
Upon me. Okay.
So now, have you ever heard of King Solomon?
King Solomon, yeah.
Oh, let's see what he looked like. Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I'll read verse 1 first. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. The reason I wanted verse 1, because Solomon tells you he's writing this. Verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Did you hear what I just read, DJ?
Yeah.
He said, I am black and comely. Did you hear this?
Sure enough.
So you mean these basic scriptures these Christians have never read? They've read it, DJ. They've been hired not to teach it. They are forbidden to teach it in theology school. Huh. So now let's get some more, DJ. I'm going to go to the book of Jeremiah. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 21. It reads, for the hurt of the daughter of my people am I hurt. I am black. Astonishment have taken hold on me. Do you hear that? Jeremiah says, I am black. I am black. I am black. You heard that, DJ? DJ.
Yeah, I'm here. I was trying to get my Bible. I was trying to lay my hands on my Bible. Okay, I'm here.
Okay, make sure you have a King James Bible. Don't come with a Jehovah's Witness Bible, because the Jehovah's Witnesses take stuff all out the Bible. Okay, so now, watch this. The book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. There were certain prophets that in the church, Acts 13 and verse 1. It reads, now there was in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger or Niger. That means black. Have you ever heard the word Niger, N-I-G-E-R?
River Niger, N-I-G-E-R.
Yes, it means black. It's a Latin word that means black. You heard what I said?
Yeah.
So now, proving you that there were certain teachers and prophets who had nicknames as black. In English, I'm saying in English. In Latin, it's Niger. Okay? So now, watch this, watch this, watch this. In the book of Exodus. No, let's go to Acts 21, the color of Paul. Acts 21. Watch this. Acts 21, verse 37. Watch what happens with the Apostle Paul. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek? Art not thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar, and led out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus. So wait a minute. Verse 38, the soldier asked Paul, was he Egyptian? Paul said, no, he's not Egyptian. He's a Jew. You and I know that the original Egyptians were what? Africans, right?
Africans, sure.
So Paul looked Egyptian. But he says, I'm not Egyptian, I'm a Jew. Letting you know the biblical Jews, DJ, are black-skinned people, like you and me. You hear what I'm saying?
Sure enough.
So, this basic understanding, DJ, is forbidden to be taught in Christian churches. Okay? Let's get some more. Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. For the prophet Moses.
4, 6, and 7.
Yes, Exodus 4, verse 6 and 7.
Okay, Exodus 4.
This is one of the miracles God showed Moses. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, unto Moses, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Meaning what? His hand turned white, right?
Exactly.
Right. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. Letting you know Moses was not a white man, because what would be the miracle if Moses was white and God turned his hand white? That's no miracle. You see that, DJ?
Yeah.
So, Moses was a black man. God turned his hand white to show his power. Now, let's get some more. Moses had an older sister named Miriam. You familiar with that?
No.
Okay. Moses had an older sister named Miriam. Now, she began to yell at Moses, and God cursed Miriam temporarily for a week. Let's read what the curse was. Numbers chapter 12. Let's start at verse 9. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Number 12.
Verse 9.
Okay, number chapter 12, verse 9. Okay, I'm almost there.
Okay, let me.
Number 12, verse 9.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, meaning I beg you, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, wherein we have sinned. Let her, meaning Miriam, not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. So do you see what happened to Miriam? God cursed her with leprosy. Her skin turned white. Proving to you that Miriam, the older sister of Moses, just like all the Israelites, were a black-skinned people.
Yeah.
So she was cursed to become white. Do you see that, DJ?
Yeah.
So, all these images that you have in Liberia of the Israelites being white, Jesus as white, is lies. Lies, lies, lies. You understand that?
Yeah.
So, what you're reading, DJ, has been in the Bible for thousands of years. But from the time of slavery, we have been forbidden to read it. We have been forbidden to teach it. But now in these last days, the truth is coming out.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Sure.
So, what does this prove, DJ? That we've been learning lies upon lies upon lies. And that you and I are the biblical Israelites the Bible speaks of. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair. Okay? He was never a Caucasian man. Never, ever, ever. Now, DJ, have you ever seen white women with yellow hair?
White lady with yellow hair?
White women, they call them blondes.
Yeah, a blonde hair.
Okay, right. Watch this. Go to Leviticus chapter 30.
Leviticus 30.
Leviticus chapter 13, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Leviticus 13.
Okay. 13, I'm there.
And verse 30.
13, verse 30.
Right. It says, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, meaning yellow straight hair, that's what it means, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
Unclean.
It is a dry scald, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. So DJ, yellow straight hair, yellow thin hair is leprosy of the hair. Do you see what the Bible is saying?
Yeah.
That is a so deceived. Yellow hair is a curse. It is a leprosy. But still, you see black women dye their hair yellow because they believe, some black women here in America, I don't know about Liberia, but in America, many of the great artists, singers, they dye their hair yellow thinking it's beautiful. It's not beautiful, DJ. The Bible says yellow hair is leprosy hair.
Yeah, okay. And
so
most of the ladies even do it here in Liberia. They make their hair blown with that yellow color and all sorts of different colors. And then I think I'm going to give them the Bible reference, like to go and see for themselves.
Yes, good. All praises. So, DJ, I've showed you many color scriptures that the people in the Bible looks like you and I.
Sure.
Okay? I've showed you in the Bible where the Israelites would go into slavery on ships and have yokes of iron on their necks. Is that right or wrong? Did I read that to you?
Right. Yeah, I saw it.
So now, what your listeners should be doing now is question. When they go to church on Sunday, question the minister. Convince the minister, let him know he's been teaching lies from the beginning. Because these lies have destroyed our race, DJ. They've divided our race, DJ. They have taught us to hate ourselves, DJ. Why do you think the black woman wants yellow hair? Because she wants to look like the white woman. You have black men run around trying to marry the white woman. Yes or no?
Sure.
Yes, that's what they do. Because we have such a self-hatred for ourselves. When does it stem? It stems from slavery. When they taught us Jesus is a white man with yellow, thin hair and blue eyes. And the slave said, ooh, how beautiful, how beautiful. No, that's not beautiful. That's a plague. That is leprosy. That is a curse. So we've been deceived for centuries. Over 400 years of lies, DJ. Now it's time to wake up. Now it's time to wake up. Because there will be no salvation for our people. Remember John chapter 8, verse 32, what Christ said. Watch this. Let me get it and read it to you. John chapter 8, verse 32 reads, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You hear what Jesus said?
Yeah.
So the reason we are not free as a people, DJ, is because we've been believing lies, trusting lies. Okay? Liberia stands for freedom, right?
100%.
But you're not a free people. You're not truly free. Just as none of the colonies of America are truly free. Watch this, DJ.
Okay.
There have been over 50 coups throughout Africa. Over 50. Within the last 50 years, actually, I had the number wrong. Within the last 50 years, there were 67 coups throughout Africa, orchestrated by France, America, and other European countries. They have been behind every coup, every dictatorship. America, France, and Europe has been behind it. We are not free, DJ. We're not free as a people, okay? So for a long time, you had many African nations paying colonial tax to France, Europe, and America. We're not a free people. We are not free. They call it foreign aid or foreign reserve. But these are taxations upon the people, okay? So we as a people, DJ, we have not learned what true freedom or true liberty is, okay, at all. Now, DJ, watch this.
Okay.
Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 13.
Matthew chapter 2. Okay, I'm there.
And verse 13.
Matthew 2, verse 13. Okay.
It says, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph.
In a dream.
Right. take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. Where is Egypt?
Egypt is in Africa.
Egypt is in Africa. So why tell Joseph to take his wife and child into Africa? Because they could hide amongst black-skinned people. Do you see that?
Yeah.
He didn't say hide in Europe. He said hide in Africa, in Egypt. Why? So that you can mingle in and be hidden amongst the people. That's what the angel told Joseph, to take his wife and his son, Jesus, the child Jesus. Then it says, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Herod was a white man, a Roman, an Edomite. Okay? So now, watch this, DJ.
Yeah.
Watch this. Go to Genesis. I'm going to show you the origin of the so-called white man. Genesis chapter 25.
Genesis 25.
Now, I'm going to sum it up for you. There was a black man named Isaac who had a black wife named Rebecca, God's anointed. His black wife was about to give birth to twins. Okay? Now, this is the beginning of two different nations. Now, watch this. Genesis 25, verse 25.
25. Okay.
Let's start at 24. I'm sorry. Verse 24. I'm sorry. Let me go up above it. Genesis 25. Let's start at verse 21. Is that okay, DJ? Let's start at 21.
21, yeah.
It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Wait a minute. Let's pause right there. We call the so-called white man white, but when you really look at him, DJ, the blood shows through his skin, right or wrong.
Right.
That's why they call him redneck sometimes. Okay? Because he's truly red. The blood shows through his skin. Now watch the next verse. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. But they never give Jacob's color. You know why they never give Jacob's color?
No.
Because he was the same color as his mother and father, who were the same color as Adam and Eve, black people. Remember Genesis 2:7, it says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So the only difference in color now, DJ, comes with Esau. It says he came out red. That's why they wrote his color down. He came out red, meaning the blood showed through his skin. This is the origin of the entire Caucasian race. They descend from Esau. Let's keep reading. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. So Esau began to be called Edom, E-D-O-M, which means red. You understand?
Yeah.
This is the origin of the so-called white people. They come from Esau. Their race in the Bible is called Edom, E-D-O-M. That's DJ, let me ask you a question. Does God hate anybody?
Say?
Does God hate anybody?
No, I would say no.
Okay. Go to the book of Romans in the New Testament.
Okay.
Chapter 9.
Romans chapter 9.
And verse 13. You read it for me.
You tonight.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
As all your listeners.
Yeah. And we're going to allow them to ask questions as well, because we have probably 15 minutes. So in 10 minutes time, we'll be going to the phone lines to allow them ask questions. You said Romans chapter 9?
Yes, verse 13.
Romans 9, verse 13. Okay, I'm there. And,
okay.
It is written, Jacob have love, but Esau have a hate. Wow.
Paul is quoting God.
Yeah.
He says he hates Esau.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, watch this. I'm going to show you, where did Paul get that quote from? It's written in the book of Malachi. Go to the book of Malachi.
The book of Malachi. Okay, yeah, Malachi, I'm there.
Okay, chapter 1. I'll start reading at verse 1. Okay?
Okay.
This is where Romans 9:13, where Paul quotes, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Okay, watch this.
Malachi chapter 1. Yeah.
The burden of
the word, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye said, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord. Yet I love Jacob. Bishop, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Keep reading.
Okay. You want me to continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons. And his heritage, it said that, verse 3, and I hated Esau and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Right. Now verse 4. Watch. So that's what Paul got to quote. Now we'll read verse 4.
Verse 4. Whereas Edom said.
Now you remember who Edom is, right? Edom is Esau, same people.
Yeah. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished. Yeah, impoverished. But we will return and build the desolate places. Thou said the Lord of hosts. Thou shalt build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the borders of wickedness. Are we there?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
They call them the border of wickedness. Go ahead.
Yeah, they call it the border of wickedness.
And
the people against whom the Lord hate in dangerous forever.
You see that?
Yeah.
So you and I were taught in church that God does not hate anybody.
Sure.
But that's not true. Sure. We just read it tonight. God hates Esau, the race of Edom.
Yeah.
Who is Esau, the race of Edom? The so-called white man. They are the villains of the story. They are the bad guys. They are the wicked. Notice it says the border of wickedness and the people. So it's not, God doesn't just hate one. He says he hates the people, okay, of Edom. The people. So it's not just one Edomite he hates all of them. This is what we've not been taught in church. So what we read here, DJ, is the same thing Paul said in Romans 9:13. You understand?
Sure.
So you know what that proves, DJ? You know what that proves? That proves that we've had the wrong understanding of John 3:16 for centuries. They've taught us wrong. You know what John 3:16 says, right?
Yeah.
Quote it. Can you quote it? Can you quote it?
For God so loved
For
the
God,
world that he gave a beloved son.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish but have everlasting life. Right?
Yeah.
So we've been taught from the time of slavery that includes everybody God loves. But DJ, we just read that God hates Esau.
Sure.
We read it in the New Testament and the Old Testament. The same thing. So that means John 3:16 does not mean what we've been taught it means. That the word world has another meaning. When you look up the word world, John, in a regular dictionary, it could mean the planet, or it could mean a particular group of people. Like, for example, the Chinese world, the sports world, the animal world. You see how the word world can mean a particular group of people, John?
Yeah.
I mean, DJ? So now, when we read John 3:16, for God so loved the world, watch this. Go to John 18:20.
John 18:20. Okay.
Let's see what the word world means here. Read that.
Okay. John chapter 18 verse 20. And there Jesus answered him, I speak openly to the world. I even taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whether the Jews always resource. And in the secret I have said nothing. 21.
So the world,
Why?
so the world,
Yeah, 21.
so the world Christ taught openly was what world?
You say the world.
What world did Christ teach openly to? Was it the world of Rome or was it the world of the Jews?
I think it was the word of the Jews.
That's right. That's what you just read. I spoke openly to the world. I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort, and in secret have I said nothing. So the world Christ spoke openly to was the world of the Jews.
Sure.
The black Jews. The Jews which are you and I. Okay? So now, watch this, DJ, watch this. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth on him. Let's see what that whosoever means. Go to Acts 2:21. Acts chapter 2, verse 21. Verse 21 and 22. Let's see who whosoever pertains to.
Acts chapter 2, verse 21 and 22. Okay, 21 reads, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man and pool of God, among you by miracles and wonders and signs which God did by him in the midst of you.
Right. So, DJ, at verse 21, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Yeah.
Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Do you hear who he's talking to?
Yeah.
The men of Israel.
Sure.
So the whosoever is of Israel. You and I, our people. Whosoever of Israel. That's the whosoever of John 3:16. It's not all races. It's the world of the Jews. Our people. That's what it's talking about. Our world. Okay? So, what I've shared with you, DJ, what I've shared with you in this brief moment of time is more learning than all your years in church.
Yeah.
Because all your years in church, just like when I was in church, it was nothing but lies. And give money, give money, give money, give money, give money. That's all they do. Teach us lies and want money. Tithe your money. Okay? You know what happened while I was in Ghana for a while, and the ministers taught the people that if they did not pay 10% of their earnings, they could not be buried or enter the kingdom of heaven. So when the people told us that, I said, well, what scripture says that? There's no Bible scripture that says that. They are extorting the people financially. That's what church is. Extortion. Ripping the people off of their money based upon lies. White man lies. White supremacy lies. You heard what I said, DJ?
Yeah.
I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I know you like your listeners are going, wow, I never knew none of this stuff that I'm reading tonight.
Sure. So,
but it is the truth. I've shared with you the truth.
Yeah. And then, so I just want to open the lines probably in 10 minutes that people who are listening can be part of this program. Probably they can ask you questions and then make their comments on this short teaching because, as I said, it's something strange since my birth. I think it's my first time to hear it, and then not only hearing it because it's Bible reference. When you say something, it will go to the Bible, and the Bible prove it. So I'm going to be opening the lines in the shorter while that people can call in to be part of this program.
All praises. Excellent. So, do I have a few more minutes, or you want to let them call in now?
Yeah. Okay, let me allow you to call in. So if you want to be part of this broadcast, you can call us on 086-107-107, 077-017-107, 055-107-107. The voice you listen to is Bishop Nathan Israel from the Israel United in Crest, USA. So let's go to the phone lines. No time to waste. The phone lines already buzzing. Let's go there. Hello.
Wow, what's up?
Yeah, okay. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, this is Melvin. So I'm calling the road.
Okay, Melvin. Hold on. Bishop. Hello, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
You hearing Melvin? You listening to the person on the phone?
I'm listening. I could barely hear him, so repeat this question to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give your question, please.
Yeah, Bishop, I want to commend you for the message so far. Matter of fact, this is not my first time hearing such a thing. I read a book entitled called The Black Man and the Truth. Within my Ben Ami, he was a Jewish guy. Yeah. And then one day I happened to Jesus, this is the other thing he sees, the one where I have a white man, Jesus, and red man. It was done by a Italian painter. His name Michelangelo. Angelo, paper.
Okay, thank you, brother. Bishop, he said he's want to commend you for that. For him, it's the second time hearing this. He read a book that Jesus was a black man and used the second person to bring out such a great information. So he's so proud of you, and he said he wish you all the best.
All praises. See, I love when people hear the truth. Christ said, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yeah.
We are on the beginning being saved.
Okay, so let's go to the phone line for this person. Hello? Yeah, tell us your name and where you calling from, please.
My name is Jude, and I come from
Okay, go ahead, make your points.
Yeah, I listened to the picture. I'm very happy that 24 has a situation to the level. Sometimes people really, after you're talking about the revelation to please revelation. See? Well, I want to ask a question.
Okay.
The people are going to Egypt together, they all were black or what were a modern.
Thank you. All right. Hello, Bishop?
Yes, sir.
And he also want to commend you, but he said that the people Moses took to the promised land, was it all black?
Yes, they were all black people. Yes. Just like you, just like me.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go to this caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Tell us your name and where you calling from, please.
My name is Nagalati. I'm from a New Jersey OC.
Okay, Nadala, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not commending Bishop for the special giving out. I beg them to tell us my best question is please. I think I'm reading a scripture out just loudly, and I'll go through the scripture as the bishop was reading, and I'll go in language in here. I'm not commending for that.
Oh, okay, thank you, my brother. Likewise, myself, it's my first time, and I'm so proud. Thanks a lot. Be good now. Enjoy the evening.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Bishop, and all of the callers just commending you, and he says that as you are giving the teachings, all of the Bible references, he was taking down points, and that he noticed that everything was true. So again, he like to commend you. He hope and pray that this shouldn't be your last time, and I know you're going to be here every Wednesday and Sunday by the grace of God, giving our people what they need to know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praises.
Okay, all right, let's go to this phone line to talk to this person. Hello? Okay, just bear with me a little bit. Oh my goodness. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you lied. Tell us your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, it is Aaron calling from Local Town Broad Street.
Okay, my brother Aaron, you lied. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to commend the bishop for his SPG master revelation from our very first time getting revelation information.
Okay.
I want to ask the bishop, they talked about one for Africa, yeah, the thing was the 72 quality of Jesus Christ. So I want to follow for him, why is the word of this information?
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, my brother. All right, and he also want to commend you, and then he said that according to history, there was a man from Africa, and then according to what the research he did, this man was cursing the Jesus Christ. So you're asking you whether you have any idea about that.
No, I'd have to look into it about the man that cursed Jesus Christ.
No, somebody from Africa, a black man, according to his research, this man was a cursing to Jesus Christ. They were related. So you are trying to ask whether you have any information about that.
No, sir. No, sir. I'd have to look into that.
Okay, all right. Okay, the phone line's still ringing here. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, my name is Alfred. Let me know my name is My name is Alfred. I'm calling from supermarket.
Garnersville Supermarket, eh?
Yes, please, yes, please.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I want to thank the bishop for this program because I've learned a lot from what he's teaching, and I will highly appreciate if he can kindly tell me if he has a written documentary, which is an interpretation for what he is narrating on air tonight, because I want to follow a research from that.
Okay, my brother.
Then he can direct me either online or he has a book that we can purchase, that we can read and share with other people.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay, Bishop Nita.
Yes.
Okay, he said that he want to commend you and he learned something new today. So he asking you that probably you have any book you have written or how best he can follow you online to learn more, to do more research about you, because as you are preaching or teaching, he was taking down points and he want to appreciate you. But is there any means that he can follow you online, or probably you have books that are written, and how best he can reach out to them?
Yes, he can follow me online at www.israelunite.org. Also, I've written 2 books. One is called Understandest Thou What Thou Readest? Also, I've written a book entitled The Welcome Home Package. You can find both those books on Amazon.com, or as well as originalroyalty.com.
All right, and for me, I'm praying. I'm hoping to the Most High God. As you went to Ghana, we were looking forward to having you live in Liberia, that people would see you live here. And I just want to wish you the best, and I hope and pray that as time goes by, you will make a trip to Liberia. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As long as the people are believing and request that I come, I will be there. Lord's willing, likewise.
All right. Okay. All right. Then let's go to the phone lines, because the phone line's so hot this evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
Okay, my brother. Go ahead. You live.
I just want to commend the bishop because the second information first time I come across Jesus Christ was a black man. Wow, I'm shocked. So like all
is?
Now mostly Jesus, every kind of Joseph was a black man too.
Okay, all right, yeah. If Jesus was a black man, Brother, I will answer that question. Then me, his father was a black man. But I'm going to throw your question to him, so keep listening, okay?
Okay, then. Okay, thank you.
Hello, Bishop, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and he's also want to commend you for such a great program. And he said he's the first time, and he learned something new that he's going to be a blessing to the rest of the generation. And he said that he believed from the scripture that Jesus was a black man. So he asking you now that Joseph was a black man as well?
Yes. When you read John 1:45, it tells you that Joseph is the father of Jesus Christ, okay? And he was a black man of the tribe of Judah, okay? When you read Jeremiah 14:2, it tells you what Judah looks like, the tribe. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, meaning black or dark skin like the ground, like the earth. So that's what the tribe of Judah looks like. That's who the people of Liberia are, the tribe of Judah. That's who they are.
Okay, and the phone line still ringing. If you want to be part of this broadcast, you can call us on 086-107-107, 055-107-107, 0770-107-107. And so let's go to the phone lines. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Tucker City. My name is Washington Jacobson.
Okay, Jacobson, go ahead.
And I want to give thanks to
The bishop, man. Okay, let's talk to this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Chris, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okay, Chris, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, the bishop spoke about giving the 10%, and I read that in Malachi. Malachi said that we should give 10% of our tithe to God. But he said it's not written in the Bible, so I told the thing that it's written in the book of Malachi. I was give 10% of our tithe to God.
Okay, all right. Okay, then I'm going to give the question to him right away, so just hold on, okay? Okay, hello, Bishop, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, he said that he also want to commend you, but he said he's listened to you, and like you were talking to, when you went to Ghana, he said that he read from the book of Malachi that we should give 10% to God. So he asking you, you haven't heard about it before? Because he said the book of Malachi told him that we should give our 10%.
Okay. Malachi chapter 3. Okay, when you read about tithing, okay, I want your listener to read it with Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 22 to 26. It tells you that tithes is 10% of your corn, your herbs, your wine, the fruit of your ground. That's what tithing is. When you read Malachi, okay, about the tithing, okay, it tells you about the Lord rebuking the devourer. It's Malachi chapter 3, okay, verse 8. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed you? In tithes and offering. You are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithe into the storehouse, that there may be meat, keyword, meat in mine house, saith the Lord of hosts. If I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer. The devourer were locusts, okay, for your sakes. And he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, or the vine shall cast her fruit. So the tithe was always of your fruits, your vegetables, your wine. It was never money. This is what the white man taught to get money from the people. Now, I'm not saying you cannot, if you want to give somebody money, you can do so. But the law was 10% of your crops. That's what it was. So read Deuteronomy 14, 22 to 26 for your listeners. That's your homework assignment.
Okay, Deuteronomy
14, Verse 22 to 26 explains tithe.
So if you have a Holy Bible and King James Version, you can go there and do the research, okay? All right, and Bishop, we're out of time already, so you can just give your live words to your listening audience. I know you're going to be on this radio hopefully next week Wednesday, and you're also going to be on the radio Sunday evening. So we're going to give them your schedule, and then they're all going to listen, because a lot of people are listening as we speak. The phone line's still ringing, but we're out of time already, so you can just give us your last words for this evening, because I know every Wednesday from 10 to 11 o'clock you're going to be here Liberian time, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and we're going to probably go to, maybe we're going to make it like 1 hour 30 minutes, because it's so interesting that a lot of people calling in to appreciate you, because even myself, this is my first time to learn that Jesus Christ is a black man, and then I'm so blessed to have you. So you can just go ahead and then tell us, probably give us some advices of what we need to do, or just leave it in prayer, and we're going to be looking forward to having you here next week.
Okay, great. As you know, my name is Bishop Nathaniel. You can visit my website at www.israelunite.org. The people of Liberia are the tribe of Judah of the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel consists of 12 tribes that went into slavery because we broke God's laws. Your homework assignment as well, read Deuteronomy 28, read the curses, verses 15 through 68. You will see what happened to the people of Liberia as well as myself here in America. You will see the atrocities that happened to us.
Okay.
So yes, I would love to join you Sunday and Wednesday. Okay? So people of Liberia, I love you. God loves you too.
Okay, then, so thanks for being around, and we wish you all the best. Our regards to your family. As I said, we hope and pray that we have you here sometime in Liberia, that we can have conferences and learn a lot more from you.
All praises to the Most High. Okay, brothers and sisters, shalom.
Okay.
This is HOTT 107.9.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.